Yo, what's going on, guys?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? We are here
You
back for another week. We're getting that much closer to the start of the NBA season, which means the start of our flunky season.
Yes, sir.
That's huge, man. Look, and I just got to put this out one time, man. Look,
Yeah, that brother's starving.
yeah, look, we're starving, man. We're here for another season, man. This is gonna be really awesome. We got some familiar faces here with us today. Obviously, my name is Ron J. Jones. I'm the commissioner of the NBA Flunkies. I got here by my left side. We got Keshawn Simpson here of the Alpha Land Knicks. And we got a guest here today with us, former champion, as you can tell by his background, what his record was last year. Aaron Morris, also known as the Big Bird Ballers. And by phone call, we got Sterling McKee here, man. What's going on with you guys?
not much, alive and blessed, man.
Good man. Blessed, blessed, blessed.
Less than highly favored, bro.
That's good to hear, guys. That's good to hear. We got a couple things to talk about today. Obviously we're just literally like 2 days away, less than 2 days away about from the start of our season. So, what are you guys thinking about so far? Like, how do you feel about your teams, your players, where things are at with the league? We've had quite a few trades go down, but how are you guys feeling right now about your respective teams?
Hmm.
I can go first. I'm feeling pretty good.
Go ahead.
Got Drummond as a centerpiece. Sabonis. I know everybody's been seeing Sabonis like show out during preseason. Hopefully, it carries forward into the regular season. We're still in some trade talks. So this may not be my final form yet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the Frieza. You haven't seen my final form yet. This isn't even my final
Exactly.
form. I feel that. I feel that. How about you, Sterling?
I think I'm spot, going to the season, man. Just had moved DeAndre Ayton. I felt like he was hot. I don't know. I probably could have got a little more from him, but I felt like it was more like a need. I kind of needed like a scoring guard. So picking up Devontae Graham and still having that big man who's going to get rebounds and defend,
For
and
sure.
Jared Allen. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty solid.
I feel alright about it. I mean, I'm gonna be waiting a little bit. Kemba Walker he hurt right now, so I'll be waiting it out, see what's good with him. I'm definitely still hunting for a big man to help my team out. But as far as what we got, I don't think the roster that bad. It's just needs a little bit of tweaks, but we be cool. We gonna get it together.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, look, as the commissioner, I think personally this is the most excited I felt about any incoming season. I mean, we've added like 5 or 6 people this year, and just kind of seeing everyone's camaraderie and interaction with each other, or with some lack thereof, has really made the league very interesting this year. So I could say without a shadow of a doubt, I'm really excited for this year. And so with that being said, our first topic that I really wanted to cover and just get it out the way, was one of the top players that was in our draft this year, uh, James Harden. There's been a myriad of news that's been everywhere. It seems, it seems like every couple days, it seems like something new is coming out of that Houston Rockets James Harden. I don't know what to call it. I'm not sure if it's a debacle. I'm not sure if it's just a situation. Uh,
It's madness.
Entanglement.
It's madness.
an entanglement. Yeah, I I know that's a pretty popular thing nowadays. But um, well, first off, and I really wish Chris would have joined us tonight because obviously he's on his team,
He's
and
scared.
I hey, look, man, look. There's a reason why I think he fell out of those first two places. Um, that number one, that number two, and he fell to Chris at number three. I was really just surprised that he got picked up
As early as
as
he did.
early as he did. ESPN Plus had recently dropped an article that was titled "Fantasy Basketball Drafts: Does Harden Trade Buzz Drop His Ranking?" Great question. And, fortunately for us, or maybe unfortunately, we did our draft right before this article came out. This article came out about 6-7 days ago. So this was right around the time that, we were doing our draft. And, we had really received most of the news. So, and I think that's what made his draft pickup that much more interesting. Obviously, his need to want to get out of Houston. I'm not sure what drama there was even between him and Russell Westbrook. No idea really what's being said right now with him and maybe John Wall. I mean, I feel for him, kind of. I'd really like to get what y'all thoughts are. And personally, for me, James Harden, in my opinion, has kind of been giving everything in a sense. Now, I'm not sure what the controversy was with Daryl Morey. And I think I had heard one day that the owner was really putting not James Harden, but Daryl Morey in a really tough spot because I guess he refused to go over the luxury tax cap. And so really, Daryl Morey was making magic where there probably wasn't none. So credit and shouts out to him. But they've really given James Harden just about everything. I mean, even with Dwight Howard, and if you go back and look at some of their numbers, he actually played pretty well that first year. That didn't work out. All right, James Harden goes solo dolo, really starting to build up his superstar stats and acumen and everything like that. Then he gets Chris Paul. Obviously the news was that game 7, if Chris Paul would have played, it's a good chance the Warriors would have lost. And, they probably could have been NBA champions. Next year they go out. Fall, choke. I'm not sure what happened with them. And then you get the obvious dissension between him and Chris Paul. If there was any, who knows? And then we get Russell Westbrook, an old friend of his, a great friend of his apparently. James Harden, it seemed to me like he was very excited for that. And then you hear news in the playoffs like Russell Westbrook saying, I'm just out there running around. It's like, what? and now he's gone for John Wall, of whom we all know he's coming off of 2 terrible injuries. And it really, it's like, I mean, and they've had considerable really good teams. So, right now with all the drama happening, what do you guys think is going to happen now with James Harden? Do you think he's going to stay? Do you think he'll be traded? And then we'll go from there. But Aaron, let's hear from you first, man. I'm really curious to hear what your opinion is.
All right, so I mean, to answer your question, do I think he'll stay or do I think he'll be traded? I think it's going to be very much like a Kawhi, Anthony Davis type situation at some point where, like, I feel like he'll get his numbers or whatever, but I don't think he'll play. There's going to be a lot of DMPs or a lot of just like him just floating around. I think he'll still probably get his counting numbers, but like the effort, James Harden, we all clowned him a lot for like, being awful on defense, and he was, right? But he's gotten, marginally better and stuff. But the effort he had been putting forth up until recently, that's gone. I think we've already started to see it a little bit with like how he came back from camp or whatever. He put the full in four pockets full. I mean, honestly, like that man looking kind of rough. You know what I'm saying, right? And I guess like with that, and then also like you saw his play on the court where like once he passed the ball, he just stopped in the short corner one play, and they passed it right back to him. And he just let the ball just hit him in the chest and just rolled off onto the court for a fast break turnover and stuff. I just going to be thinking a lot of little stuff like that. And I just think, on the court, he'll still get his numbers or whatever, but like his teammates have lost a lot of respect for him.
For sure. Keshawn?
Me personally, when I look at this situation with James Harden, he got to get over himself. Listen, I know you've been averaging 30 points per game for the last, I think it's 3 seasons that he's been doing it. But, I mean, granted, they've given you everything you've wanted in Houston. They have catered to every whim. You've tried duos with him being the primary guard, and you gave him a dominant big man with Dwight Howard. Didn't work. Dwight Howard leaves. You then give him Chris Paul, one of the top point guards to ever play the game. And That doesn't work. Chris Paul gets traded in a huge package that has hurt the Rockets for the future, but benefited the OKC Thunder, and you get Russell Westbrook. Now, me personally, when I look at this, and this is a little like kind of something you would think about, I think this situation, as far as the criticism that he gets, this makes Russell Westbrook look so much better compared to James Harden as far as this aspect, because Russ gets talked about like bad, like, oh, he's a bad teammate, his attitude is this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But like, you know, as you've seen after I think Bleacher Report showed it, after a Thomas Bryant dunk, you know, he was there energizing his new teammates, and it's like, you know, how can he be a bad teammate? I would want somebody to, like, you know, give me that morale booster. But personally for me, I think James Harden, he's going to want to get traded. He probably will get traded, I think, at one point. I think I agree with Aaron. There's going to be a decent amount of DMPs that he has just to kind of make his statement and stuff. But for me, I don't understand why you're not playing. When I look at the lineup of having John Wall along with James Harden, and then you still are allowed to have P.J. Tucker on the team, who is now allowed to play his natural position, and then you go get Christian Wood from Detroit, and then you get Boogie, I don't see why you're not satisfied. You've got most teams don't get one shooting big, a big who can knock down a shot. To get two, and you're not happy about it? Get out of my face, man. That dude, I don't know what he wants. I mean, like, obviously he wants to be on a contender, but your contract, I think he's supposed to be getting like $44 million over the next 2 years with a player option or something like that. And it's like, how do you expect to move that kind of contract right now? How? You're overpaid. Well, not overpaid, but you're paid highly. And then you're trying to get to a contender who, you know, they got certain pieces they don't want to give up.
Facts. It's, very, very complicated. And I agreed with the sentiment that you had with the Russell Westbrook idea, because he's been in the media a lot the past couple years. It just his sense of stat padding, him being controversial teammate. I mean, I agree. This does make him look completely better, and I think he might have some things that he's trying to kind of set straight in terms of just how he's perceived. But I look, who knows what James Harden is going to do, and how about you, Sterling?
I think if you go back throughout the course of NBA history, in any era, there's always that one superstar that becomes disgruntled with their franchise. I know with the Sixers, you saw that with Charles Barkley when he wanted out of Philadelphia. You see that with Vince Carter when he wanted out to Toronto. We saw it with Kawhi Leonard when he wanted out. It's just like, for me, it's like these organizations do their very best to position these players. At least a good organization does. To contend for a championship. Now, like Keshawn stated earlier, Houston did everything in their power with a handicap. I think the ball's in James Harden's court. Honestly, I don't understand why he would want to leave. You have two former All-Star caliber players in Boogie and John Wall. Just, I don't know. It's like, I feel like the asking price for Harden is also extremely high. I don't know what organization is willing to pay that price. I don't think the Sixers should forego their future and trade Ben Simmons and a plethora of picks to go get him. I don't think the Nets should forego their bench to go get James Harden. I just don't see where his fit would be, what his niche would be with a Kyrie, a KD, or potentially in Golden State with Steph and Clay and Draymond. I just don't know where Harden would fit in that equation.
Facts. And you know what? And because I'm a Sixers fan, I hear so many people talking about, oh, we just need to go ahead and trade Ben Simmons. It's like, bro, where are you finding 6'10" point guards who are still young?
First team all defense. Led the league last year in steals. Okay, I get the idea that he just refuses to shoot. I'm not sure if he doesn't have a jump shot. All I know is, regardless of that, he refuses to shoot. And that always gets under my skin, where it's like you want to take chances and really trade your youth away, as Sterling and Keshawn have so greatly put it. It's like, no, that's not a good idea at all. No matter how many injuries that, Ben Simmons may accrue or suffer, it's like,
come on, man. Like, if you're gonna trade youth, I would like to get a good younger player back who will give you that same type of value. And you don't want to get into that idea of just trading, your future away.
I'm glad you brought that up because one thing I know James Harden is great and stuff like that. Can we establish the fact that James Harden is 31 years old? 31. In a little bit, his contract is going to come to a close, and he's going to be looking for his last big deal. He's playing great in his 30s, but
well, another thing too that you got to realize as well is like there is no guarantee that James Harden is going to stick around after those 2 years are up.
Right.
That's the other thing that people really got to take into account. It's like, okay, you're going to pay this man out his contract, but after that, it's like,
now what?
Are you going to immediately sign an extension after not this season, but the following season? It's like, are you going to do that? Probably not. Most teams probably at this point don't have the type of money to pay him unless now the Miami Heat might.
They could.
I don't know if you guys remember that, but the Miami Heat just might have that money sitting around.
But
Maybe.
I don't think that would be a wise decision.
I agree with you. I agree.
Because you got to think about it like this. They're going to want either Tyler Hero, they're going to want Kendrick Nunn, guys like that, Duncan Robinson. Like, they're going to want pieces.
Yeah,
they might want Precious. They might want those young guys. I just don't think that James Harden's worth that youth.
Go ahead, Aaron.
All right, so let's talk about this for a second, right? You guys are telling me that you wouldn't trade Tyler Hero for James Harden. Tyler Hero, what is Tyler Hero's ceiling? Like, at the best, right? Are we saying he's an MVP?
I don't. You talking about?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Tyler Hero, to me, if Tyler Hero gets to that point where he gets crazy consistent, he gets a chance to be a big time scorer and stuff like that. He's got the makings to be like a Devin Booker to me.
Devin Booker?
He could be.
Really?
If he gets his chance to, he could. If Hero takes those steps to keep improving, there's a possibility he could be like a Book. I mean, shots.
Is he any good on defense?
No. He's a cone.
That's the thing.
So probably maybe like a
he might
Buddy
get
Hield,
all-star
maybe.
Like, he might
Buddy
get
Hield.
all-star
So
appearance like Mike Miller did.
Look, I appreciate everybody's NBA is really transitioned from being star oriented to being youth and actually
right,
producing and progressing players along or whatever, right? And that's great. But at the end of the day, right, your window to win with Jimmy Butler is very small, right? Your window to win with Bam is it's starting to tick open right now, right? So, and if you can trade for James Harden and all you have to give up is Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, I feel like that's worth it. I'm sorry. I feel like that's worth it.
If you
find a way to make it work. Because especially in the East, you find a way to make it work.
That's true.
Look, honestly, I just think if we're talking about teams and how well they fit, as a team, because I think what's his name? It's blanking. No, not Agent. Nope.
Talk to me.
Bro, I can't think of his name. What is Wizards? He played on the Wizards.
What are you talking about?
Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas.
Agent Zero.
Agent Zero. I knew I was close. Hey, Agent Zero, one of the realest people I've ever seen. Him and Steven Jackson. Most of the time, Steven Jackson. Shout out. Much love to y'all. Much love and respect to y'all. Y'all are just the absolute killers, smash mouth teammate players. Just loved you guys. He was talking about how James Harden either can't change his playing style or is going to have to change his playing style in order to really fit anywhere else. And I think that's why, as toxic as the situation is in Houston, it's perfectly fine and tailor-made to James Harden. ISO ball, shoot 30 shots a game if you need to, get 50, 60 points, have average a buku amount of assists for the most part, getting better at defense. Like, it's perfectly finely tailor-made to put the ball in James Harden's hands. I don't know if any other team or organization would want to bend that knee to just one player, which is probably
They're not
why.
going to.
And
Yeah,
I don't
Which
see,
is why I think Miami's the perfect place, right? Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra are the ones who got LeBron to buy into the Miami way. Like, I
right.
don't see how
But
they couldn't get James
LeBron
Harden
was
to.
hungry, man. Bron was hungry, bro. Like Bron was hungry. James Harden.
Do you
Hey,
not
James Harden
think
don't
he
look
is?
hungry to me, bro.
Hey, no.
Harden don't look hungry
I
to me,
disagree,
bro.
Sterling. We saw James Harden. He looked very hungry. He just wasn't hungry for a
he-
chip.
No,
he was hungry.
looked very hungry.
He said he
hungry.
looked a different kind of hungry.
Hey, yeah, that brother's starving, bro.
That brother was starving for real. Yes, sir.
Hey, bro. Hey, look, man.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Look, he's starving, bro. Hey, look, man. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. But let me to get to that fantasy aspect. Look, James Harden averaged 114 fantasy points last year.
Correct.
Averaged, which
Correct.
that equals up to 34.3 points per game, 0.9 blocks, 1.7 steals, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and made 3 3-pointers a game. Bro, I don't see why he would want to throw those numbers away because basically James Harden's not going to be able to be double teamed. If Boogie gives you 40% of what he used to be, if John Wall gives you about that same amount, between 40 and 50%, there's no way you're doubling James Harden. So now you're going to have to pick Christian Wood, who's a very talented inside-out player. You're going to allow, like Keshawn said, allow PJ Tucker to play his more natural positions and really drop down to the 4 if he really needs to. And then you're going to take that much more pressure or load off of Eric Gordon's aging body. You got Daniel House, who they still keep around. Like, this team is actually made and constructed to really compete. And in my opinion, would those fantasy points drop because he's got to share the ball a little bit more now? Yes, considerably. But it's going to go down to 80, 90 fantasy points.
Personally,
Wow. That's like 10. It's like a 15-point drop from right now.
RJ, I have a question for you. What do you mean by compete? Because, like, that team, even if they max that team out, that team can't beat the Lakers or the Clippers. Or maybe even the Nuggets or the Blazers, bro.
I don't think they could beat
Dallas.
I don't think they can beat Dallas.
All right, hold on. Whoa. All right, now personally,
If Porzingis and them come back healthy, bro, I don't think they can beat
compete. You don't think the Houston Rockets right now can compete? Honestly, I gotta disagree with that. You want to know why? Because I watched James Harden drag a Houston Rockets team way back in 2014 to that. I think it was 2015 or 16
the
into
Western
that.
Conference Finals.
Was it the Western Conference Finals? It was like
They did go to the Western Conference Finals twice.
Well, it was one year where they played the Warriors where James Harden just dragged them into the 8th seed. I believe it was the 8th seed because that was one of the years where Steph got injured. I think it was that 2016 year because they played the Rockets the first round, then they played the Trailblazers the second round, and then they met the Thunder in the third round. It was 2016. Dragged them into that 8th seed, and that team was garbage. In my opinion. Now they still had Dwight Howard, of course, but it wasn't Dwight. Dwight was still like good, but not what he is now, who's a lot better in my opinion.
I'm gonna be honest.
No.
I'm not comparing him to 2000 like the late 2000s Dwight. I'm talking about that Houston Dwight compared to Lakers Dwight.
You can call me crazy when I say this, but I believe this is the best team or best lineup that James Harden has had around him, and that's just being honest to me. Like just
on paper, yeah, it does. On paper, yeah.
On paper. But when I look at the court, I mean, aside from the bench, which you could try and maneuver and trade for pieces for your bench and stuff like that, but you're still keeping guys like PJ Tucker. You've got Daniel House. still there. I mean, you lost Robert Covington, which was a hurt piece. I don't know why the hell y'all traded him, but whatever.
I don't know. I don't know because that 2017 team, that Chris Paul, Al-Farouq Aminu, Trevor Ariza, when he was still splashing threes and playing defense.
Yeah.
That team, that Clint Capella, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, like back when PJ Tucker could play that 4 position if he needed to, that was a pretty dangerous team. Like it's not a lot of teams that was taking the Golden State Warriors to 7 games. And in this 5-year period, that team was one of them. And literally it took like 27 missed threes in a quarter, half.
I think the problem with that, listen, man, they went with some Clint Capella, bro. Don't even get me started on this series. They went.
Yeah.
Clint Capella was eating. Golden State had no answer. They had no answer.
So I'm just saying in terms because I think the problem right now is that we're looking at what a lot of these players have done in the past right now. What Boogie has done in the past, what John Wall has done in the past. Now they've shown glimpses of what it is that they can do in preseason, and much love and respect to them. I don't know if I can go out on a limb and say that this is the best constructed team. I just think it's a really good constructed team to compete in this Western Conference. And I think with James Harden still doing what he does, I still think that they can get into the playoffs. Like I don't know what KP is gonna do. I can't predict it. Like in terms of his health, I want him to come back healthy.
Yeah, so I think we were probably stretching, right, when mentioning the Mavericks or whatever, right? But I still, with a maxed out John Wall and Boogie Cousins with where they are at this point in their career, I don't see them being the Lakers, the Clippers, the Blazers, or the Nuggets.
Okay. I can see it.
Where do you put Phoenix in this equation, though?
They're a team on the rise, but they have to prove something to be
Can they compete with the Suns?
Listen, bro. Me
I
personally,
thought they might be in that kind of similar boat. Like
personally, to me, Phoenix got to win. Phoenix got to get themselves there first before I sit there and say like, can they beat Phoenix? Because let's be honest, Phoenix ain't been there yet. And
they got to win more than 8 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? But they've done that
obviously,
no, that's
bro.
fair. That's fair.
Hey, more than 8 games in a row? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I think the West is so competitive because, like, I don't even know what the Warriors are going to give us. Is Steph going to stay healthy? Is Andrew Wiggins going to play well? Like, if Steph goes down, you can pretty much cancel Christmas.
As far as the Warriors run.
As far as the Warriors run. So, like, anything outside of that, I really can't answer. But I know for a fact that James Harden, even if he's averaging 90 fantasy points per game, trust me, they're going to be in the playoffs, in the NBA playoffs. But for in terms of us, going back to the fantasy value piece, I just think he's still super valuable, but it's unpredictable. In my opinion, he's more unpredictable right now than what a Kevin Durant is.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think
KD coming off
Chris
injury.
looking too soon, bro.
Look, KD looked amazing in preseason. And granted, is it still preseason? Yes, but he showed me that he's got a lot of that explosion back. His blow-bys, obviously his jump shot is still there. He's 7 foot, but he showed a lot, and how him and Kyrie are going to kind of play. Look out, Eastern Conference. That's all I can really say is good God. Look out, man. So
do you think KD and Kyrie can work together?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as Kyrie stop asking for 8
Listen, man, the
post-up
biggest
games.
downfall of that team, bro, is going to be the media attention. I think that's going to be the biggest downfall for that team. Especially being the media market of the world in New York City is like, it's like you can't, for you to not want to talk to the media, okay, but it's like to call them pawns and things of that nature, like those are inviting unnecessary distractions that you do not need when you're trying to develop a championship.
All that stuff affects the court.
You don't need that.
Exactly. It affects the court, bruh. And also the last thing that you really want to have happen is, and look, I love Kyrie Irving, but I remember, I think it was an interview maybe that J.R. Smith was giving. I think it was either J.R. Smith or it was Jefferson,
You
when
talking about when they were calling LeBron?
when they were in the playoffs, and they said just how standoffish that Kyrie was.
Oh, I
Like
think JR, I think that was
I
JR.
think it was
That's JR.
Jr.
Yeah.
And he said that, and it's like, well, you guys went on a heck of a run. Like, I think that was the year where they didn't lose a game until they got to the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were tearing through the Eastern Conference. And granted, the Eastern Conference wasn't as good as it is now, but they nonetheless they tore through that playoffs. Like, they were running people out the gym. And Kyrie Irving was just very standoffish. So he's a very like up and downish type of player. And in my opinion, I would always keep that in the back of my mind if I were playing with Kyrie Irving. Not so much KD, but if I'm a Karis LeVert, if I'm a Joe Harris, if I'm a Spencer Dinwiddie, Jeff Green, I'm like, yo, Kyrie, are you good? Like, I'm checking in on him. I'm like, bro, are you good? Like, are you good? Good. Like, are you good? KD,
But I
I'm
think
checking in on. Like,
yeah,
are you good?
I don't know with Kyrie. Like you gotta listen to those comments from last year too, saying basically like kind of undermining the other guys on the roster. Like, yeah, we got KD and Spencer Dinwiddie and Karras and DJ, but we need something
Yeah.
more. I'm like, bro, you haven't even played. It's like you haven't been playing. So it's like
Yeah.
you had these outlandish comments. Then when the media's job is to discuss those topics and what you're saying, now you take offense to it.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, how do you know? How do you know what
Mm.
we need? You haven't even tried what we had. I
It's
agree.
like
I agree.
I think the biggest loser in Brooklyn has to be Karis LeVert. From a playing standpoint,
Talk about
he's
it, bro.
not getting as much tick. And
Talk
then
about
off the court, right, with all the rumors of James Harden, bringing it back to James Harden stuff, right, they've been asking Karis LeVert about, like,
Yeah.
what they think about James Harden trade to Brooklyn, whether or not he'll be a part of the package. That has to be super frustrating when you just want to go out there and play ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I feel bad for him, and I'm not sure if Joe Harris got any of that talk or flack or conversation, especially, and Sterling had mentioned this earlier, because they're in a huge media market. I mean, it's New York. Like, it ain't the Knicks, but it's Brooklyn. So it's still New York nonetheless. So you're going to get a lot of that. And I'm hoping that the experience Kevin Durant had in Golden State, because they were getting mobbed with questions. He was getting mobbed with questions left and right, especially when it came time for him to, like, have to start to decide if he's going to stay or if he's going to go. So I'm hoping that experience that he's had there is going to help translate and really help Kyrie also, and really help guide the team as well. Like, honestly, bro, I'm expecting, well, maybe not expecting, but I hope Kevin Durant can really, like, turn back into that to that core leader.
That'd be dope.
I
Kind of.
kind of.
Yeah, I can hear you right now.
Can you hear us better now?
yeah.
Y'all just went out for a second. It was like static.
Yeah, we had went out for a second. Our audio had just cut out. Are you
So wait, so what's the last thing you heard? What's the last thing you heard?
I think I was saying something about how Kevin Durant. I would love Kevin Durant to be hoping that he'll be a great leader this year. That's what
And
I'm
I
really
started,
looking forward to.
yeah. And I started talking about like I never saw them as alphas, like.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear that.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like when you think about Kevin Durant's time in Golden State, when you
Right.
think of the leader of that team was Stephen Curry. The emotional leader of that team was like Draymond Green. Like
Yeah.
guys like those were the leaders. Like when I think of Kyrie's time back with LeBron James, you had guys like, of course, Bron. Even guys like Kevin Love and J.R. Smith would do more talking to the media than Kyrie did.
Right.
So it's like you don't want the media pressure but you chose the biggest media market Kyrie did.
Right.
You don't want to. That's literally what my thing with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Because like we know about their long documented struggles with the media.
Right.
They even got on with Stephen A. Smith, who I think he normally does a great job of elaborating and explaining the players' viewpoints to the audience. But it's like, I don't know with them. It's just, we're just going to see how it plays out. I don't know.
For sure. So we are gonna move on. Look, obviously, of course, shouts out to James Harden and all those guys. You know, we want to be able to have a good, entertaining season, and I can say this without a shadow of a doubt. There has been no lack of out of basketball entertainment that has gone on these past couple weeks. Like we've heard a myriad of names, like almost darn near everybody. Really like, and this is good because LeBron hasn't been the core center of our conversations, even though he had his stuff coming out with Kyrie Irving. So this is great. It just reminds me that basketball season is back. And so like just absolutely excited to have that. And so, you know, oh, go ahead. Oh, I thought someone was going to say something. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next topic. So CBS Sports had dropped an article about breakout stars who could lead. Well, in the article, the title says "Fantasy Basketball Draft Prep: 5 breakouts who can carry you to a championship." Okay, that's a very like bold headline. I really wanted to focus on some players who you all think will help contribute to you all getting a championship, or in Aaron's case, repeating. And I wanted to go into the article a little bit and just go through the five players that they had listed and really talk about it, and then we can get a little bit into some of the players you all think will really help contribute. So the first one they have at the top of the list, going back to the Houston Rockets, we got Christian Wood. And the article says, to be fair to Wood, he already had a mini breakout season in Detroit last season, of which we got Keshawn here next to us, so he'll be able to talk about that a bit from what he had seen, especially with Drummond going out and Blake Griffin having that season-ending surgery. The Pistons finally gave him a chance at extended playing time, which resulted in him averaging 13 points, 6 rebounds, 0.9 blocks, and he took 0.9 three-pointers across 21 minutes a game and shot an efficient 56% from the field. So actually, Keshawn, we're gonna talk to you a bit. Christian Wood.
Yes, sir. Christian Wood was a former player on my team last year, so surprisingly, he was just sitting in free agency. And when I picked him up, I didn't really know much about him at all. I just knew that Blake Griffin was down, and I was looking around because originally Sekou Doumbouya was receiving most of the minutes.
Lord.
And and Wood was just sitting there, so I sat there and I was like, well, I'm gonna grab him. So when given the opportunity, now before the Drummond trade, Wood wasn't receiving like too crazy of production, but he was putting up rather nice numbers. He was filling that void. When Wood got the certified go to be the starting big man at that point in time, he played rather well. Like I see Christian Wood, and this is a dude sitting in free agency just out of the random. Someone who, you know, I saw with 30 or 40 fantasy points, that was good. He had games where he was like 71 fantasy points. And I'm like, where the hell did you come from? Yeah. So when I look at him, especially and some of the numbers you read off, just like, you know, talking about how he played earlier, I think it was like, I forget how, it was like 12 something.
It was about 13 points. Yeah,
it's about 13 points that he was averaging. I mean, you know, he had his period of time where he was like sitting on the bench for the season, so I don't know what his true, you know, complete output would be for the full season, but we'll see what he's going to get. You know, having a chance to start in Houston. Now, will I sit here and say he's going to, you know, possibly retain those numbers? I don't know. I mean, you know, you sit here and you look at it, James Harden is still there, barring trade. John Wall is still going to be aggressive and, you know, get his own looks. And they gotta look at Boogie, but I think Christian Wood's gonna be in a position where he can thrive. I think he'll maybe get a +2 in that rebound output. His scoring might retain, it might drop depending on how the ball moves around and how much James Harden goes for that ISO. Because if he stays ISO, there's chances that Wood's just gonna be a spot up shooter. But if he gives the chance for the double down to Christian Wood, he could thrive. I could see him maybe 15 to 8. I give him that.
Yeah, well, I know by the projections that ESPN has, they actually have him slated to average 18 points per game and 9 rebounds and make 1.2 3-pointers a game. So a very considerable bump of points and numbers that they're saying that he's gonna have. Um, Personally,
Possible.
I'm excited to see what it is that he's gonna do. Um, whose team is he on?
He is on Durant's team. That's interesting that they said he was going to be bumped up, because I think the only other big man they have on the roster, other than those two being Boogie and Wood, is Tyson Chandler. And as we know, the Rockets don't want to play Tyson Chandler. He's just sitting there.
Yeah.
So we might
yeah,
we
they don't
might
wanna
see
play
times where I don't even know who would come off the bench, but we might see times where Wood will be bumped to center.
Right.
And then we'll have someone come in off the bench and see a power forward just pop up, or maybe a small forward playing power forward. Or we might have a situation where Boogie will just be in the game and Christian Wood will be sitting. So now that I hear those numbers and think about that, there's a possibility those numbers could hold true. I don't want to sit there and say they will hold true, because it's based on how James Harden will play with them, and then also if James Harden will still be there. I think if Wood has James Harden for an entire season, he might score below those numbers. As far as points per game, rebounding, he might get those. But if Harden leaves, we could see Christian Wood possibly shoot up to that confirmed, maybe.
So they have him slated to average 63 fantasy points per game. So he's for sure worth keeping an eye on, especially if you want to trade for him. I actually think he's on my list for sure. We're gonna move on to the next guy, Michael Porter Jr. One of the Denver Nuggets guys who really exploded during the bubble playoffs. I'm a fan of Michael Porter Jr. He's not on my team, of course. I didn't have the opportunity of getting him, but for sure seeing him all throughout high school. I don't think he played much of college, but seeing what he's doing now and just erupting in the game, super, super excited to see what it is that he's going to do. And so the article says the hype train has left the station for Porter, and yes, I'm on board, so I'm assuming that's the author. Particularly early on, Porter didn't play much last season for a talented and deep Nuggets squad, averaging only 16 minutes per game. That's for sure very obvious. The Nuggets lost a couple of key members in their front court during the offseason, with both Jeremy Grant and Mason Plumlee departed for the Pistons. Although they brought in JaMychal Green to help offset the departures, Porter is lined up to be starting small forward and also spell Paul Millsap at power forward. So in the bubble, he averaged 14 points per game, 7 rebounds, and made 2 3-pointers a night. And he played about 26 minutes a game. They're saying here in the article that there's a pathway to him to getting close to 30 minutes a game, of which I think that's a bit much. But he might get in that area. So here in the ESPN app, they're saying he's supposed to average 27.6 minutes a game, so about 28 minutes a game, and average 17 points per game, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 0.8 steals per game on about 27 minutes.
You said 17?
About 17. So, about the same as what he did in the bubble, but obviously he's going to get a chance to play more minutes. And, I remember that not famous, but that interview that he had post game of one of those playoff games, was begging to really get a bigger playing role on the Nuggets team. Like I remember that was pretty vivid, and people were kind of getting on him. But it's like, as a player, he's just being honest. Instead of having the game float through just two players in Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, I think he'll have a huge opportunity to really help alleviate a lot of that stress off of them, especially when it comes to putting the ball in the basket. Now, obviously, so Cizwe Chapman of the Valley Boys, shout out to him. He is a Nuggets fan, and so I think he said his defense just isn't that good, of which I'm hoping that he'll get better at. But we for sure will see on that end. So big ups to MPJ, Michael Porter Jr. But we'll see what he does. And so moving on, the next player they have here, and this is one of Sterling's guys from the Bulls, Kobe White, a guard, second-year guard. The article says there was a lot to be excited about with regard to the Bulls guard last season. The young talent basically did, for a period of time, had them fighting for the 8th seed, which at the time seemed like a realistic goal. Not sure how much basketball he was watching. Not sure if it was realistic, but I do know that they were fighting for it. Let me see. He averaged about 13 points per game and 2 assists and made about 2 threes per contest. It says here that he's revived a lot of optimism for the front office in terms of the team. I'm really excited to see what Kobe White does this year.
So am I.
And so actually, now that you've said something, I want to turn it over to you. What do you think about Kobe White as a player and really just his fantasy output?
I think as a player, he has the potential to. I'm not going to say all-star, but I think he has the potential to be a really solid point guard. I think he really does. Fantasy-wise, I think he's going. I don't know. I'd say you could say probably around. This might be a reach, but I feel like he might have a breakout season. You might be able to see that man maybe in the mid-50s, closer to.
Hey, Sterling. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta stop you real quick. Breaking news.
Breaking news, right?
Breaking news. Okay, so you guys all got the notification.
Bro, you gotta be freaking kidding me, bro.
I'm sorry.
Are you really serious right now?
Hold up. What are you doing?
Hey, bro. Look, this isn't funny, bro. This is.
RJ, what the trade committee do? What we do?
Bro, are we really serious right now?
Bro.
Okay, so somebody say what happened, right?
Okay. Yeah. For the viewers who for the viewers who don't know, a team. So Chris Halliger, also known as Almighty Push, and Javon Hanna, also known as Capital City Go-Go DC, two people of whom we had on the show last week, just completed a trade of Joe Ingles for JJ Redick.
Now look, bro, I had told Javon. I agree. I had told Javon before he even got into this, stay away from Chris. Stay away from all the Halligers because they...
Bro, what is going on here?
Bruh. In what world do you need to be trading JJ Redick for Joe Ingles?
Look, I'm just going to be honest. It's such a meager trade.
It is, but like...
It's just so meager. Like, who's really looking for Joe Ingles or JJ Redick?
Here, my discrepancy with this trade is the fact that Javon is trading for everything that he don't need. I mean, granted, he needed a small forward, and I guess he's got a small forward in Joe Harris. But damn it, you could have traded for somebody else in order to get a good small forward. I said Joe Harris. Joe Ingles, that's who it was. It's like, bro, go get you a good small forward, please. You got all them power forwards and big men on your team. Make a trade happen and get you a good forward. You like
this is happening real time, bruh. Like
bruh,
I'm just shaking my head at this point.
These things just can't be happening, bruh. And it's just like, Chris is gonna Chris it up, bruh. At some point, we expect the fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, it is what it is. But
But Joe Ingles, bro, I had Joe Ingles last year. He was mid.
Listen.
Okay. So let's talk about this for a second, right?
Okay. Go
To
ahead.
be fair, I do not think so. Javon is getting Joe Ingles, correct?
Right.
Correct.
Yeah,
I think Javon wins that trade. I had JJ Redick for a good portion of the season last year.
You did.
And I couldn't wait to get up off of JJ Redick. He's terrible for fantasy.
Hey, bro.
Terrible.
Hey, matter of fact, I gotta play this again, bro. That's for Chris, bro. That's for Chris. That's for you, bro.
I said JJ Redick to Chris. He ain't learned his lesson.
You hold on, wait a minute. Let's talk about that trade real quick.
Wait. What trade? Which trade?
The trade that Aaron got rid of JJ Redick in, bruh. He gave up injured Karis LeVert and JJ Redick for rising star last year, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Kendrick Nunn. Now we all know Kendrick Nunn came out of scenic nowhere.
When did that happen? Was that in the off season still?
No, it was in the regular season, bruh.
Yeah, that was during the season, bro.
Bruh, yo, Kendrick Nunn basically said
How
yes
did
to
that
the
get through?
Oof, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, hey, Aaron. So you and I are a part of the trade council committee.
Yeah.
We do have Mike Thompson. Hey, shout out to Mike Thompson, another champion. He was our first year champion. We're in our third season, of course, for those who don't know. Well, what do you think about the trade, man? What do you want to do? Do you like it?
I mean, to be,
Look, cause I'm all for pushing this through.
we can go ahead and push it through. I would like to tell Christopher that this is an awful trade, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, Chris is.
If he wants to accept that trade, then that's on him.
I looked at. I think the trade's been accepted already.
It has.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like if that's the trade they want to agree upon, then that's on them.
Then that's on them. Look, I agree with it. I'm cool with it. You're cool with it.
That's 2 out of 3. I mean,
Hey,
we only need majority rules.
That's majority rules. We're gonna go ahead and push that through. All right, and it's been pushed through.
Glory,
it's been
bro.
pushed through. It's been pushed through. I laugh at you, Chris. I laugh at you. Hey, but shout out to the trade council, man. We pushed another one through. Shout out to trade council, man. Shout out to trade council, man.
I ain't mad that Javon got Joe Ingles. I'm just mad he could have got a better forward. Like I'm just like I don't know why you sitting there saying, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and get Joe Ingles. Like,
Hey, look,
because he got him for JJ Redick, who's trash.
I mean, you right, but it's like Joe. But think about this, Aaron. Joe Ingles as your starting small forward.
Okay, but it's better than having nothing. Fantasy basketball is all about the margins at the end of the day, right? Like everybody's gonna have like 2 like pretty really good players or whatever, right? You have to improve yourself on the margins and like in the middle or whatever, right? So I mean, this is a step in the right direction for Javon.
All right,
his outlook is still looking pretty bleak, but I mean, it's a step in the right direction.
Agreed, man. Hey, look, that was a really good, nice little segue. Kobe White, ladies and gentlemen, Kobe White. We're just gonna move on. Okay, Lord. Okay, we got Brandon Clark. Is Brandon Clark injured right now?
He is not.
He's not. Okay.
He is not.
I'm sorry.
Grizzlies insider, he is not.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just reading our group message, and Sam Hood said, shout out to Sam Hood, also known as the Playboy Cardi Stands. A very funny name, but shout out to him. He said, Javon, we're going to have a conversation tomorrow. I can upgrade you at small forward with Karis LeVert.
After we just, all right, bro. But
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, bro.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Glory.
They couldn't keep it real themselves.
They clearly couldn't keep it real themselves. We got Brandon Clark here of the Memphis Grizzlies. Great player. And if I'm not mistaken, Aaron, he was on your championship squad last year, wasn't he?
Yes, indeed.
What do you think about Brandon Clark? What can you say about his value right now?
So Brandon Clark, also known as the human pogo stick, is he's a great like role player or whatever, right? He's always gonna get a bunch of rebounds, and he'll get a bunch of points just from like putbacks along, right? I can really see himself like in a perfect world, maybe he can like explode out into like a Montrezl Harrell role, right? Where like comes off the bench, like gets 6-man minutes, like role and stuff, and gets like a bunch of rebounds, bunch of points just off like hustle and effort and stuff.
Right.
But if that's going to happen, we should really see it within the first few games because right now Jaren Jackson and Justice Winslow are out, so the front court's pretty wide open for minutes, and so
Right.
he should take advantage of those minutes, like at the beginning of the season. So we'll see.
For sure, we'll see. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. Another younger, up and coming player. I love him and that John Morant duo. And I think I want to look at them as a duo.
Now,
So,
granted, last season, I'll be honest with y'all, because I remember watching Summer League and watching Brandon Clark perform. Now, before the season even started, and I did some dumb shit because I obviously listened to Aaron. Aaron told me when I picked up Brandon Clark, he said, "Yeah, bro, he not gonna play."
He wasn't, and he didn't. Did he start off playing?
No, he didn't. But I tell you what, he ended up on Aaron's team, a Memphis lover, and guess what? He won a championship with Aaron. And I sat here and I looked at him, and I'm like, yo, this man Aaron sweet talked me straight out of giving up. Giving up.
but let's be honest. Technically, Aaron didn't lie.
He
didn't start the season playing.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't start. He didn't start, but he would play.
He didn't get ticked at the
eventually.
beginning of the season. He got ticked towards the middle and the end of the season, man. Come on, man.
Hey, man, look, I'm just keeping it spade. Well, Brandon Clark now reside on my team, bro.
Oh,
For
so-
now,
man,
okay, so you got it
For
back.
now.
You said, hey, Aaron, you saying you coming to talk nice for Brandon Clark?
Yeah, I'll come talk nice to you, but you gotta talk nice back. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
It takes two to tango.
It do.
You knew he a
Hey,
doctor, bro. Don't listen to him.
Hey, Sam talking crazy on you, Aaron, bro. He said,
What little hood saying?
hey, bro. Hey, he said, the stream showing how evil you are, bro. How's he on the committee?
I ain't evil, man. I ain't done nothing evil ever.
Hey, bro, for sure. Shout out Brandon Clark, man. Last player is DeJounte Murray. I hope I'm saying his name right.
That's right.
That's right. Okay. Shouts out to him. He averaged a modest 10.9 points per game and 5.8 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 1.7 steals, while shooting 46.2% from the field last year. Those are actually respectable numbers.
Yeah, I was about to say, yo, one thing people definitely, I think a lot of people don't value of him. This kid's good, bruh. He's real good. I mean, he don't do like a lot of scoring and stuff like
Right.
that. But when you look at the facts that I forget how tall he is. I think he's like maybe 6'4", something like that. I think
Something like that.
Something around there. The fact that you averaging how many rebounds it say? Almost 6 rebounds
Almost
and
6.
five assists with almost 2 steals on the board. Yeah, you get you some playing time out there for any coach.
I mean, you also got to take into account he was coming back off an ACL tear too.
That is fact.
So it's like for him to put up those numbers, it's not bad. It's not bad in the first year back.
Agreed.
It normally takes about a year or two to get back to things.
To fully get
stuff.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And so-
Y'all think he plays more aggressive this year? I mean, like as far as
I don't think so. Yeah.
as far as aggressive scoring.
How
goes.
much more aggressive can you play with DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, two mid range, basically from the mid range to the
basket
to the rim type players? Like, unless he's gonna really like shoot like I don't know 37% from 3 or better, how much more aggressive is he gonna be able to really get?
I don't know. I mean, look, there's some guys, take it upon themselves and gotta rise up to the occasion. I mean, we look at Kobe White. I mean, Kobe White be having some games, boy. Like, and
Also, I think LaMarcus Aldridge, I think he's going to take a step back this year, honestly, right? I mean,
Wow.
man's been in the league since we were kids, toddlers, dang.
He's 35.
You know
He's
what I'm
35 years old, bro. Yeah, it's like,
Wow.
yeah, I think LA's value. He'll play well, but
Yeah.
I don't know if his value, fantasy wise, to me is still that high. Like, I think
Did he just get traded?
who
That I think I'm thinking about the Bam and
Oh yeah, you think about it?
Yeah,
That's a
'cause
later
Tim-
conversation,
I
bro.
Listen,
thought
man.
actually we're getting ready to segue into them.
Yeah,
Cause look,
boy.
we've had some trades this week, boy. I tell you, man. Look, you guys are really giving this trade committee a lot of work. So if this is any preview into what the season's gonna be, uh,
Are we gonna talk about
Boy,
we're in for a long run. Which one?
this one?
No,
Oh, all right.
no,
all right,
because it's meager. I
It's a
might, you know what?
mid-trade.
I might bring it up. I might bring it up. But this is where we're gonna go first. So we're gonna talk about some of these trades that have happened this week. Just to kind of give the audience, a real taste into what it is that goes on. In what seems to be each and every single week. So this is we're going into 16 weeks of our fantasy league going on in the regular season, and then we'll have an additional 4 weeks of playoffs, about 4 weeks. So the first trade that went on, man, Tim Halliger, otherwise known as Oubre times 2 Cole Crew, he traded Bam Adebayo and Damian Lee to Daquan Stokes, otherwise known as Team Quan Stokes, such a basic team name. He traded Pascal Siakam, and dropped Rajon Rondo. So basically, to sum that up, it was Bam Adebayo and Damian Lee, basically for Pascal Siakam, and in that trade, Rajon Rondo would have been dropped. Um, you know, and I think I was talking to you guys a couple days ago about this. I think this is going to be a trend coming into this season where people are going to trade big name players or bucket getting high value players, and then they're going to throw a player or two in there just to make the deal look that much sweeter, like you did anything. I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of those. I am not a fan of those. Like honestly, just just trade just trade the high value players. Just trade. Look, this could have simply been Bam Adebayo for Pascal Siakam. That's literally just about all I'm gonna say on this trade, and I'm gonna let you all, Aaron. Matter of fact, Sterling. Let's start with you, man. I want to hear your opinion on this trade between Tim and Daquan, man. Take it away, bro.
Yes.
Hey, bro, I fully support that response.
honestly, bro. Honestly, bro.
Hey, kudos to you for that response, bro. Kudos to you, and you get a laugh track as well, man. Kudos to you for that response, bro.
But no, seriously though, yeah, like you said, bro, that definitely could have just been 1-for-1, man. Like, it's kind of like, you trying to throw sprinkles on it, bro, trying to make it dress it up, make it look good. Yeah, there was no need. There was no need. Unnecessary.
None.
I'm gonna keep this a spade, bro. Like when I saw this trade, I was sitting there, I was looking at it, and I was really confused because I saw basically Bam Adebayo get traded for Spicy P, and then Damian Lee, who was picked up from free agency, was just added to a deal as if it was like, supposed to be the bow on top of the package. And then I'm sitting here, and Tim thinks he's getting Rondo. He didn't get Rondo because Rondo was dropped. And then, for those of y'all who don't know right now in the league, it kind of just spiraled all back because Daquan dropped Damian Lee just to pick up Rondo off of waivers. Which it was dumb because Rondo off of waivers, you move from that number 1 spot on the waiver order, which is very valuable later in the season when some heat become available. But, you back down to number 18 right now, bucko. But, essentially it was just overall 1-for-1 because, Daquan just retained Rondo after the whole thing.
Look,
so
basically, Daquan, you're not getting that number 1 spot no time soon. So have fun watching big time players who are going to be available, because it's going to be 1 or 2 big name players that are going to be made available that's going to help someone's team out when they come back off of injury or the virus or whatever, and you're not going to be able to get them. Sorry, bucko. That's just how it is. But
that trade just Like, I didn't get it. It's definitely a 1-for-1. I personally think for the scoring output that Pascal does, the extra rebounding output that Bam does makes the trade even, because Pascal doesn't, in my opinion, don't get that many as many rebounds as Bam, but he scores more than Bam. So that's kind of the offset right there, which makes it fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look,
Nothing more to really talk about.
It's some of these trades just can be really broken down to a simple bare bone type of deal, and it's just absolutely crazy just what be going through some of these people's heads. And I'm not talking about just trades that go through. I'm talking about the trades that people are sending to other people, and maybe some of y'all can speak to that as well. But real quick, we're gonna come back to that. Here's the next trade, and this still deals with Tim. This is between Tim and Sterling. Sterling, who's on the call, and Tim Halliger of Ubre times 2 Cool Crew. Shout out to both them guys. Devontae Graham and Jared Allen were sent to Sterling's team for DeAndre Ayton. Now, I think this is the one trade so far that's taken the most time for me to deliberate through with the trade council, of which it's myself, it's Aaron, who's with us today, and Mike Thompson, also known as the Black Mamba. Shout out to him. I was not a fan of this trade at all. And I'm gonna be honest. Tim has been in both these trades that we're talking about, and I lie to you not. I can't wait for the opportunity to veto one of his trades. I'm just putting it out there. He's one person who apparently somehow or some way has been getting all of his trades to go through, and I'm guilty. As the commissioner, I'm guilty of pushing a lot of the BS trades that happened last year. I'm guilty. I'm just as a culprit in this. But we're into this season, and the fact that he's been able to get 2 trades, has it just been 2 trades?
I think so.
No.
Oh
no, go look back.
I think it's been 2.
There was a trade between him and Chris, but you know the Halliger's just basically like Chris sells his team to make Tim's team beefier.
Oh, you're right. It has been 3 trades.
The most trades so far. Tim has been
So
part
you
of
mean to tell me that he's gotten 3 trades to go through? Look, hey, shout out to you, Seasway. I understand why you're so mad and upset that no one's trading with you. 3 trades?
Bro, the season ain't started yet.
The season hasn't started yet.
And I'm gonna be honest. I think Tim got like Will Barton and something like that. I don't even know what that trade was. All I know is between both the Halligers. And to be honest,
if we do a weekly trade analysis, it's just gonna be the Tim Halliger segment of the show.
It's gonna be the Tim show.
Let's be very honest, right?
Hey, look, that's facts, bro. Look, I gotta play this for him.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
He must be starving, bro. You clearly must be starving.
My thing
that's
is,
crazy.
My big thing is this. Now, as far as this whole trade that happened with Sterling, this man Tim had probably like 2 big men who, if they on my team, you can cancel Christmas. Nobody's getting them. You giving me Bam Adebayo, who was huge last year for not only the Miami Heat, but also for Aaron's championship team. And then you're getting DeAndre Ayton, who, you know, he screwed me over because he wanted to be on drugs the first 25 games. But when he came back, he was a well-worth valued player. You telling me those are your 2 bigs? I don't need to be moving either of them. They're not available.
And then he still has Marcus Aldridge.
Yeah, and then you still got Aldridge. Like, you could ship Aldridge off. You know, you package him up. You know, I don't know. You maybe get a 2-for-1 for him, get 2 good bench players, or you go ahead and just trade someone straight across for him. Like, I don't see why Tim made this move to give up Ayton, literally, I would say a day after having him, to give up Bam. He gave up Bam for absolutely nothing. I mean, you got Spicy P, but I would have rather kept Bam at this point in time.
I mean, there's a term we use for the Halligers, but we cannot say it on the air.
Can't say it on the airwaves.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Shout out the term, bro. Shout out the term, but I mean,
shout out the term that someone coined. we can't. Yeah, we unfortunately we can't. Maybe someday when I get upset, I might have to let that name ring true.
Ooh, buddy.
But yeah, I would have to be upset. I don't think that's gonna happen. But hey, look, man.
Hey, bro, it seemed regardless whether it's trade committee or not, this man Tim is just gonna have his way, bro.
Look, I'm expecting this to like. I honestly, when this type of stuff happens, I try not be surprised. I really do. I'm always surprised because it's like, even though like no matter like we got a whole trade council in here, and I'm thinking that's gonna for sure like temper people's expectations on what kinds of trades have been going through. People have just been setting things through like the trade council is not even here. Like we're just gonna just say yes to everything, like how I did last year, of which I look back, man, that was a mistake. I just want to put that out there. That was a huge mistake. It was a lot of trades that went through that were highly questionable, hence the trade committee being thus installed. Look, we're not even look. The season hasn't even started yet. That's how crazy this all is. Hasn't started.
Shoot, I think myself had 3 trades. I think I had 3 trades myself already.
You've had 3 trades. I know. Me and Sterling did a trade, which was probably as fair as can get. And then me and Javon had a trade. I traded Bertans for Lowry Marketing, and then I traded Sterling, Zach LaVine, which he was fiending for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Of course. Yeah, because I got swindled Cordell. You know, when I swindled Cordell.
But you swindled that man, bro.
You're gonna admit to swindling him?
Is it really swindling if you send the offer?
Yes.
I said De'Aaron Fox. Or what's it called, straight up. But then he sent the counter with adding Kevon Looney. So I'm like, is
garbage,
it really
bro. Trash.
So
is that really swindling?
So this is a good question because I get this a lot, especially once a trade goes through and I say, WTF, is this on my desk? And someone says, well, the other person sent it to me, and I just hit the accept button. Look, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all have been here more than one season. At least this is Sterling, Keshawn, this is y'all second season. Aaron, it's your third. My third. Correct me if I'm wrong. If something like that don't happen.
Oh, it happened all the time, bro. All the time.
All the time.
Oh,
Happened
look,
with me.
he sent me to trade.
And that's the worst thing I think for you, like you being commish, like having to argue that because it's like, you know, if someone see an offer and they accept it, like if I seen let's say Aaron said he wanted some bonus, he would give it up some bonus for Lowry Marketing. I know he ain't gonna do that shit. But if I seen that, I'm hitting that accept button quick. Goodbye, Lowry. And then my thing is this, it get brought up to the trade committee. I'm like, yo, he accepted it. I mean, he sent it. Like at that point, like you trying to sit there and make it seem like I made him do it. So it's kind of tough because it's like,
like
you
strong arm.
Yeah, I didn't force him to make the trade, but it's like, you know, he sent it and I accepted it. Now it hurt when it get vetoed, but it's a matter of like what's fair, like too.
It's like last year, man. Tim sent me DeAndre Hunter, and he sent me Ben Simmons for DeAndre Hunter. So it's like, am I not going to accept on that?
Oh, Ben Simmons was also hurt.
Yeah, but still, bro, like it's the principle. Bro. It's like, am I going to say no?
Honestly, and that's why, to me, the biggest goal for this season was to keep a sense of parity in the league. So it's not about, in my opinion, it's not always about accepting or denying a trade. It's just about the idea of keeping parity in the league. Obviously, I couldn't keep it real my own self, and so thus with that, I had to get 2 other people to help hold me up and keep it real themselves. So as a team, we got to keep it real and saying, look, we got to keep a sense of parity in this league. And with that, we're going to have a voting process with myself as the commissioner and 2 other people. Whoever gets the trade goes through. Whoever gets the trade, it's because I'm sorry, let me reword that. If any trade goes through, it's because it was a majority rules decision. To me, that's as fair as I can possibly get, because outside of that, it would just be me making the decision. So I think the committee has done a standout job. I think we've done an absolutely standout job, and that deserves another hand clap. I think, in my opinion, we've done a standout job. Other people may have some other things to say, but nonetheless, we're gonna move on. So I know you guys wanted to cover this. This was a request by you guys. We are gonna cover week 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And who it is we think is gonna come out on top for what. And so I got the schedule right here on my phone. And so I'm just going to go straight down the list how it is that I see it. So we got so obviously I'm at the top because it's my team here, of course. But we got myself versus Mike Thompson, otherwise known as the Los Angeles Black Mambas. Easy, I win. No doubt about it. Look, bro.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Look, I'm starving, bro. Look, I know I had an injury-ridden season last year. And I'm looking to come out and play a lot better and win more games than I did last year.
Is Mike holding on to Donovan Mitchell?
Mike does have Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Who's his other scorer?
RJ, I got some unfortunate news for you, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
You're losing week 1.
Wow. Wow.
Hold on, let me look at this roster because I know you got Steph, and that's your poster boy, bro.
Poster boy, bro.
Let me see what Mike got.
Look, come on, man. Come on.
Mike's working with Cat.
Bro, your third best player is Jaylen Brown, bro. That's not it.
Oh, that's it, bro.
That's not it.
That's not it.
That's not it.
I agree with Dr. Forrest's assessment.
Yeah, that's my assessment, bro. I had Jaylen Brown last year. If he's on your top 3 players, it's not looking good for you. He's a great player to have. Not top. You can't be one of your top 3 players.
Not even with Gordon Hayward going.
I feel like that opens it up for him a little bit more, but I feel like that opens it up for Tatum the most, right? And
of course.
Marcus Smart also, right? Because they're going to be the primary ball handlers. Jaylen Brown's not a primary ball handler, right? And so, like, and he's not going to slide up to that 4 spot that Gordon Hayward was taking a lot of the time. So I don't know.
I'm gonna take you in week 1. I got you with that one, Ron.
And I appreciate it.
I'm gonna take it.
Well, I appreciate it.
I was gonna take him in week 1 just because of the fact that I think his little light skinned boy gonna show out, bro. I think listen, bro. I don't know what the hell they've been doing out there. Steve Kerr just been letting him have free roam, but you gotta understand that boy has in 2 games took the equivalent of 45 shots. 45.
RJ, you have Bobby Portis on your team.
Okay, now listen, we ain't gotta be hostile. We gotta be hostile.
What's wrong with Bobby Portis?
Yes.
Hey, don't let him touch you like that, bro.
Yes.
Disrespect, bro. This. Look, you know what? It's all good. I'm gonna ship him out to the Valley Boys anyway. Shout out to UC's way. He's on the way for you, Bucko. Look, man. Look. He does have Cat. He does have Donovan Mitchell. I think personally,
he does have Tobias Harris. He does have Carmelo Anthony. He
you
does
said
have
that
RJ
overpaid.
Barrett. He does
Tobias.
have Joe Harris. He does have Markelle Fultz. He does have PJ Washington.
Look, my middle and bottom line, I think, is way better than his, and I think that's what's gonna get me a lot of my wins.
You have Luke Kennard.
Hold on.
Hey, look, Luke Kennard going to do damage this year.
Hey, hold on. Can you explain to me the whole Jeff Green situation, bro? Yo, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but the last time I seen Jeff Green really, get at it like that, he was in Boston and everybody else was hurt.
Look, honestly, because I didn't know where he was going to play. If he plays the 4, I think he'll get quite a bit of time off the bench, though, of course. Like, it's a lot of, like, and then I think I picked him later towards, like, the end of the draft. So,
yeah,
like,
you just threw me for a loop with the Jeff Green thing. I was like,
yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
You got Isaac Okoro on your team, bro.
Hey,
look.
We don't
know if he's starting.
Look, regardless of if he does or doesn't, bro, I'm a fan of his game. I'm a fan.
And that's great. 3 years from now.
well, Yo, Aaron, you still got Cedi Osman with the start, bro.
There's no way you can say that. There's no way. Blasphemous.
Hey, I'm gonna put it out.
Put Kevin Porter in before Okoro. What are we talking about?
Oh, okay.
What are we talking about?
Hey, this man
I
Malik.
thought he was a guard.
He is. Kevin Porter plays two
played
guard, but I mean
Porter
can,
plays the 3.
Oh well, they
Especially
got
with Garland and Sexton. He's gonna have to play the 3.
well, they got him on fantasy registered as a 2.
Well, I guess he's not playing then. Look,
Listen,
between
bro.
Porter and Okoro, one of them ain't playing. So somebody's gonna be
Take
hurt.
it from someone who had
it's gonna be
Cedi
Porter.
Osman on his team last year, bro. I don't know what that dude could have done in the offseason, but that dude was horrible for me, bro. Horrible. I picked up Osman. I'm like, bro, he's a starting small forward. He gonna do something, bro. I watched that man Osman in 3 days straight, 2 fantasy points, bro. Like, this dude looked like he never played the game of basketball a day in his life, bro. And when he got the 40 fantasy points, I had to get excited because I'd never seen it before.
Hey, look. All right. Well, look. It looks like we're at a stalemate here. So we got 2 in my favor, including me, of course, because I'm here, and I'm biased, of course. Well, technically, okay. Look, take me out. So technically, it's not in my favor. All right. We got Aaron and Sterling saying that I'm not gonna win, which is blasphemous, in my opinion.
Like, now, do I think you're going to get thrashed?
No, I don't think we get thrashed.
Nah, you're not.
I don't think you're going to get thrashed.
Okay, so y'all
It's
think
going to be competitive. It's going to be competitive.
it's gonna be
competitive.
close?
Yeah,
Y'all think it's gonna be close?
I said
It'll be
competitive.
close, but like at the end of the day, I feel like Mike gonna win comfortably. You know,
Over
Yeah.
under. Hey, look, Mike wins over under 100 points.
Over.
I'm hitting the over.
Over? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
all right.
thinking like
Look, you know what?
150.
Blasphemous. Look, we're gonna move on, bruh. We gonna move on, bruh. Blasphemous. That's all I'm saying. All right. Look, we got Sterling versus Cordell.
Sterling, next
It should
question.
be Sterling in a landslide.
That's my preseason game. That's my preseason game, bro.
Oh, disrespect. Hey.
Oh, he said it's the warm up.
Bruh, he traded Shy.
Hey.
He essentially traded Shy for De'Aaron Fox, bruh. Like you gotta let that settle in, bruh. And you got Kevon Looney.
It's bad. Yo, Sterling's team does look good though. Like he's got
Yes.
He got some players on there. Yeah.
Actually, your team look a lot better than I thought it did. Devontae Graham, Zach LaVine, Danilo Gallinari, Julius Randle, Nikola Jokic, OG Anunoby. I don't know what Darius Garland's gonna do. You got Jared Allen here, Maxi Kleber, Eric Bledsoe, Lonnie Walker the fourth. That's a good team. Look, yeah, you should steamroll Cordell. Cordell
Listen,
has
Gallows on the market. Gallows on the market.
Gallo.
None may want Gallo.
So
You're
Cordell's
right.
got Ben Simmons, Lou Will, T.J. Warren,
Yes.
Zion Williamson,
Yes. Go ahead.
De'Aaron
And,
Fox.
you skipped the player, bruh.
Oh, that's right, Patrick Williams.
Pat Williams.
Patrice. That's Patrice, bro.
Patrice?
Stop it,
It's
bro.
Pat.
Hey, Patrick Williams, you Sterling's favorite player. Don't let him ever play.
Yo,
you,
he
bruh.
send
he
my
loves you, bruh.
Patrick Williams.
Nah,
send
autographed
my
jersey,
jersey, bro. If you're watching this,
Christian
bro,
Felicio
yo,
over Pat Williams. bro.
Patrick Williams and Cristiano Felicio, send my man a jersey.
Autograph, bruh. Make
Autograph
sure,
it, please. Autograph it.
Autograph it to the biggest Bulls fan in history, Sterling
Send it-
McKee.
Send it to Sterling McKee. We'll get you the address and everything. We got you.
Swear.
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, look, it seems pretty unanimous. I think Sterling's gonna win over 100 easily.
Yes, sir.
Over. Are we all in agreement?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I might have him over 200.
I was about to say I'm having him over 200, but you know, it is what it is.
I agree.
Listen, man. Who I play the following week? That's my real game.
Well, high key that might change.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So, did you ever update the schedule or no?
No, so the schedule still got to be updated. I got to do like
Oh,
a hard check, so you guys will have that by tonight.
So you're doing those.
Or
So you're not
tomorrow.
going to touch week 1, but week 2 is probably going to change. That's what
So
you're saying.
everything after week 1 will be affected, which is why like I think this was a good segment to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so next one. We got a newbie versus a oldie. We got Devin versus Tim.
You know what, bruh? I normally don't bet against the vets, but give me Devin in this one, bruh. I think Tim gonna get kicked in the mouth, just subtly, bruh. I don't think he's gonna get beat on, but I think Tim gonna take this L in week 1.
I agree. Actually,
Are y'all sure?
I got him, bro. I think because Devin's holding on to Kobe White. He's got Malcolm Brogdon there. He's got Buddy Hield.
yeah.
He's got JT holding his team down to start off. And granted, he's got Brook Lopez at center, but he's got some players. If Kawhi Leonard plays well, we could.
How many games Kawhi Leonard playing this week?
This week.
Don't they play opening night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He gotta play that game.
He playing opening night.
You know what? Let's check the app. Let's check the app because
I'm just saying some day of shenanigans might be happening.
That's possible though. It is Kawhi.
Listen, man, he probably still in San Diego, getting turned, bro.
Kawhi does not have a day-to-day on him.
All right.
So
like I'm saying, stuff has been known to change with that, man. But
facts.
Look, I had him last year. Yes, it's subject to change, bro.
Yeah, but like
He'll
I said,
play one night. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I got Keaton Johnson for the win, bro.
Wow.
Oh, the double agent. Hey, honestly, I think I gotta put that conspiracy theory to rest.
Bro, we all know he's a Church's Chicken employee, bro.
Yeah, bro. This just Malik's burner account, bro.
Yeah, bro. We know what Malik really running, bro. He's
Oh,
not
dang.
running Popeyes.
You said
bro. He's running Church's, bro.
Popeyes and Churches having a merger? That's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, Royal Farms over his establishment, bro.
Hey, look, all I heard was through the grapevine is that the commish, which is myself, is gonna hand Malik his bankruptcy papers and tell him to change his team name if he don't win over 500 this year.
Listen,
And
man.
we should be getting a message from Malik in about 2 seconds.
Facts.
Excuse me. Breaking news.
Oh my god.
Speaking of the devil.
Oh my
Whoa,
god.
whoa.
Breaking news.
Yo,
Breaking
Who
news.
traded
Breaking
this?
I did not think we were gonna get 2 trades to go through while we've been here.
Oh, you might not. I don't know what the hell this trade says.
Hey, breaking news, guys. Breaking news.
Yo, Durant. No, bruh. No.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
Hey.
Let me see. We
Glory, bruh.
What in the?
This trade is not going
Do we
to
have,
do. I'll tell
hold
you
on,
that
do we
right
have
now.
do we have the first veto?
Hey,
Do
look.
we have
Hey,
the first
look.
veto of the season?
Breaking news.
I mean, it's not the first
Hey.
video of the season. This could be the first live veto.
But like the first live veto, like the first.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey, look, man. Look, let me go ahead and announce the trade for and the group message is going crazy right now. Hey, look. So we got Malik, otherwise known as Popeye's leg and thigh, who we were just talking about, traded DeMar DeRozan and Bojan Bogdanovic to Duran Brown of the South GA Wildcats. He traded LeBron James and Terrence Davis II.
Hey,
So
Durant.
so let
dropped
me say that again. Let me say that again.
So he traded LeBron, bro. He traded LeBron, bro.
DeMar DeRozan and Bojan Bogdanovic for LeBron James and Terrence Davis II.
Oh no, bro. Terrence Davis gets dropped, bro.
Yo,
Yeah,
y'all.
Davis is dropped.
Hey,
Oh, so so
Yeah,
it's
bro.
a
So he
2-for-1
traded
then.
just Bron.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
hey, bro. Y'all really tried to do this also on this one, bro. Yo,
Hey, shout out to Durant for taking one of these terrible 2-for-1s. We should really let him accept it just off the strength of that.
yeah, but then again, you look at Malik team. Malik done loaded up with something.
Mm.
Wow.
Not wrong, so that's what we got to reject it. I mean,
Yo, Malik trying to build Popeyes into a dynasty real quick, bro. Yo, bro. Like, can we? I just want to say.
Oh, whoa.
I just want to say off the strength of me, bruh. Yo, Malik is holding on to Luka Doncic. Why am I giving him LeBron? I would decline this trade just off the strength of not giving that man
bro.
LeBron.
yeah, bro.
Luka,
This-
Bron,
this
and
a no-
Vucevic.
No, bro.
RJ, I just want you to know
Who's gonna get hurt?
is no.
But it's like,
Hey, look. Hey, look. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
you saying yes, aren't you?
You wild, bro. I'm
No.
gonna have to leave the set if you accept this, bro.
Look,
No,
we both
bro.
gonna leave the set if this gets accepted, bro. We both gonna leave. Look,
You said we ended the episode like that. That's tough, bro.
look. I'm gonna tell it to you like this.
My man is getting two first round picks.
I'm
No,
yeah,
gonna,
bro. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna tell
bro.
it to you like this.
What?
No,
Durant
he
said,
said, "Wait, I forgot about this." My life, he should definitely get this pushed through because Durant was being dumb. But then again, it's like, it's all over if Malik get Bron.
I mean, listen, bro.
If Popeyes ain't above 500 and he got Bron, it's time for Malik to
And
go ahead
Luka.
and retire his cap.
Just retire, bro. Hockey, bro. I don't know, man.
hey, look.
Durant forgot about that, bro. That's his own fault. That's why you cancel your deals, bro.
Would you
That's why you
guys-
cancel your
Hey,
trades,
look,
bro.
let's see if Mike answers his phone. Would you guys like to do this live?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's do it live,
Hell
bro. Let's do this live.
Let's see if he picks
Call
up the
that
phone.
man, bro. Call that man, bro.
We got, oh, Lord Jesus. At this point in time, if this trade go through, you can go ahead and consider my resignation because this is insane.
Well, let's see if he picks up though.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Hey, he picked up. Hey, Mike.
Oh, he
Hey,
did?
Mike, bro. Real quick, bro. We got a few minutes with you because I'm not sure if you're at work or not. Hey, look, man. You're live. Okay, we're currently shooting our podcast right now.
What's up?
Hey, did you see the trade that just went through?
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I just
You see it? Hey, what you think?
hold on.
Hey, and for those of y'all who don't know, this is Mike Thompson of the Los Angeles Black Mambas, the guy who everyone has said that is gonna beat me the first week.
That's happened. First of all, I just want to let y'all know that I'm the first actual champ and the only actual.
Oh, the only?
Oh,
I ain't got no
nah.
asterisk. I'm saying.
He said he ain't got no predecessors.
He said he had
I'm
no
just saying.
predecessor. Hey man.
Oh, no successors. That's
Oh, no
predecessors.
successors.
Yeah.
Aaron, he
Okay,
said
that's
you
real
got an
crazy.
asterisk, bro.
That's real crazy. Good thing you can't see my background right now, boy.
I respect Aaron's championship, but I don't got an asterisk. Fine, that's all I'm saying.
And
Mike,
since
you
picked
do have
but
an
he ain't
asterisk
seen you.
besides yours. Everybody else's players stop playing. What are
Hey,
you talking
that's
about,
cap.
man? What are we
You
talking
gotta
about?
This is what I'm talking about. You got to take into account that these players rest and they get hurt. If you don't take into
Did you
account
take that into account, or did you just have a bad team?
Nah, I
I
took that
can't
into
wait till
account.
they play this year.
Hey, bro, this man Malik said it's a fair trade, bro.
Hold up.
Hey,
Hold up. As a member of the trade council, I think this is going to have to get vetoed because this is why would you accept it?
Hey, bro. Hey, okay, so you think it should be vetoed?
that's 2-1.
For
Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
especially down the line with LeBron James resting. I don't know about all that.
So,
And then,
so
like-
you wouldn't want to see a team with Luka, LeBron, and Vucevic on?
mm-mm.
No?
I think Durant turns into a powerhouse. He gets that trade right there. But who does he dropped Terrence Davis? It's basically a 2-for-1.
So it's
But you
Malik.
don't think
No,
Malik-
It's
Mike.
who has that team.
Malik is getting what's it call it? Is getting Braun, and Malik already got
Yeah,
Luka.
they
already
and
had
Vucevic.
Luka.
And that's what I'm saying. Malik lost that.
Huh?
Bogdanovich
Really?
Bogdanovich actually played well last year, and so did DeMar DeRozan. Like you see
Shout
their
out,
average.
shout out Roddy Rich.
Yeah, shout out Roddy Rich, man. Okay, so you think that should be vetoed?
I think that should be vetoed. For
You
the
think it
fact
should be vetoed? I think it should be vetoed. That's 2-1.
LeBron, I don't think LeBron gonna be going hard like that this year. I think he gonna give the throne to Anthony Davis. I don't think he gonna be going hard like that this year.
Oh, AD with it.
He gonna be chilling,
Oh,
bro. He on cruise
yeah.
control, bro.
That
He on
sound
cruise
good.
Exactly.
Hey,
I think-
look.
He saved himself for playoffs because he was like 38 years old,
Yeah.
37, something like that.
He turned 36.
Something like
I
that.
think. Yeah.
He on cruise control for sure. I don't know about this one. Unless DeMar DeRozan gets traded to a contender and he gets his his ball hit or his usage down or something like that. I don't like this.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, look. Well, that's how we. I personally I disagree. I would love to see Luka and Vucevic and LeBron on one team just to make it that much more sweeter when Malik doesn't get over 500 and I hand him his papers to change your team name and go ahead and sign it over to old Commish. I just want to see. I want to see that so bad.
I want to see it. Malik gonna look goofy,
but I agree. I agree.
So is DeVito your final answer, bro?
For the league's sake, yes.
Caesar said punish Durant, push it. Oh my God.
I mean, hockey, bro. I see what Sis coming from because I definitely got punished, but it's not the same.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. You know what? Listen.
It's not the same.
Malik in the East.
Yeah.
Malik is in the West.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, bro. He with you, bro. He brought that church's chicken over there, bro.
Oh, hell no, bro.
I tell you, bro.
So
I
know
think
you don't want to see. I know you don't want to see that in the West.
Hell no, bro.
I know Aaron don't want to see that in the
Listen,
West.
I'll tell you what. If he was in the East, look, that was y'all problem. I sure as hell don't
Oh,
want to see
no,
that.
ain't my problem. Listen, man.
Hey,
I'm
look,
cool with it. Listen,
I'm not
Eastern
gonna deal with it.
Conference we listen, man. We don't need that.
Hey,
bro.
Seasway, I'm not shaking right now. I'm just sitting here like,
He quivering,
hey, bro, look.
shaking in your boots, bro.
Listen, bro.
Look,
I can't deal, bro.
Man,
That's-
y'all
That shit
finna
be
finna
different,
have
bro.
me.
I agree.
Y'all finna have me override and call on my executive power.
I don't know. Looking at Durant's roster, I don't know. It might have to be.
I mean, how can you helping me out in the Western Conference? You push that through, bro. Because the
Hey, look. Do we need more time to deliberate this offline? Because
I think looking at Durant's roster is an accident waiting to happen, like the Cowboys.
Glory.
So, I'm thinking that trade can go through
Oh
because
my gosh.
his team it's looking good, but
nothing
on
crazy.
paper it looks good. I don't know about that.
Listen, Derrick Rose is starting point guard, bro. As a Chicago Bulls fan, as a lifelong Rose fan, that is not reliable, bro. That is not reliable.
And he also got side of the backboard playoff P or pandemic P. I'm sorry.
You still got Marcus Morris, Pat Childs, Hassan Whiteside, Tristan Thompson. You mean like
His team
Yeah,
don't look
I
that
kinda-
deep to be making this kind of
Yeah,
trade, bro.
Yeah, I see where Mike coming from, bro.
That's
Yeah,
it.
bro.
Waiting to happen. All right, can I cut
Bruh.
my bad? It's an accident waiting to
This
happen.
trade does not need to go through, bro. What are y'all
Hey, yo,
talking about, bro?
Yo, my man
What
Aaron
y'all
is
thinking?
distraught,
We're
bro.
really trying to say that DeMar DeRozan and Bohan Bogdanovic.
Yes, sir.
Aaron's stressing, bro.
I never thought those two players was fair enough for Braun.
For Braun, like what are we talking? Y'all gonna make me curse. What are we talking about?
Old Goat James.
It's like, what did I give you for Braun last year?
Yeah. Sterling gave me Kawhi and Jason Tatum for Braun.
Exactly. Like, what are we talking about?
He gave me 2 stars for Braun.
I overpaid.
You overpaid, yeah, and it came
We're
back to
talking about
bite
two
you.
rotational players for LeBron James. What are we talking
Oh,
about?
wait, hold on. DeMar DeRozan the starter, ain't he?
Yeah, hold on.
That's still a
Listen,
rotational player.
as an avid Roddy Rich fan, that man is not the equivalent for Braun.
He's not, bro.
Bro, like, what
Not
is
for no
this?
Braun.
This is not a fair. In no world is this a fair. There's no world this shit go through.
I don't know. I think this is one of those trades that we got to just let go through because
Really?
I feel like we're being too tough for y'all dumbness. I'm sorry, but like,
Yeah, it is the Flunkies, yeah.
Then what's the point of the committee?
Yeah. Hey, Aaron. Thank you. Hey, bro, because if we want to talk about dumbness, bro, we want to talk about dumbness. We gonna sit there and talk about how Chris almost landed Boyan for Willie Cauley-Stein and plus another player, and Javon didn't get punished for that. That got vetoed.
Veto
Yeah,
this.
bro. When I said I was trading Alec Burks and one other player, listen, I run the jump. Listen, hey, look, bro. I'm pretty sure you didn't want me running nothing because you know.
Yeah, because you
So
break and
what
set
you
everything
want,
on fire, bro. Hold on.
what is Rajay thinking right now? Rajay, what you thinking?
Bro, look. This is some of the most parody. I didn't think we were gonna have to get 18 people just to have all this parody in the
Right,
league.
please
bro.
don't say this, bro.
Look, I think this trade is interesting, in my opinion, to put one trash team in a front driver's seat. I'm gonna be honest. If this trade goes through, it's gonna completely change my power rankings that will come out on Monday.
Oh, you cannot let this go through.
Bro, this is absolutely insane.
I actually low key love this trade. Actually, it's a bad trade though. I love the personally. I love the trade.
You just
but
want
it's still
drama.
a bad trade.
Yo, bro,
What'd you say?
if we wanted drama, what is the trade committee here for?
Huh?
Yes.
Yo, bro,
Yes.
no cap, bro. If you wanted someone to just go ahead and grab somebody and make somebody suffer, what happened to my trade with Alec Burks +1 for Chris Paul?
That was a bad trade.
Yo, like if
that
you
was a bad trade.
if
Bro,
y'all-
you traded
Yo.
for someone that didn't even play in the preseason.
Alec Burks played.
Did he play?
Yeah, he did.
You gotta pull some stats because I didn't see him
bro.
play last
Hey,
year,
look, bro. Yo, Nick, yo, I had to watch my mouth, but yo, we sitting here letting Bron, Goat James,
Oh, Goat James.
we letting him walk for DeMar DeRozan.
In Bojan.
Listen,
Bojan-
bro.
Hey, look. But honestly, two mid-level players, that's actually quality in my opinion. Like it ain't like
How much took Bohan getting in Atlanta?
What'd you say?
How much took Bohan getting this year?
This is Utah.
Oh, this is Utah? Okay.
Yeah. Bojan, yeah. Now, okay, so yeah, and you know what? Let's make that distinction. This is not Bogdan Bogdanovic,
Okay.
who's playing behind like Trae Young. Like Bojan has a very clearly definable role in that Utah defense that's already made the playoffs and had team success and all that.
But hockey, bro, you're giving Durant two dual players, bro. Like the
Listen, bro.
Okay. So you know what?
Two
Let me
dual
ask you.
players, bruh.
Let me ask y'all this: are we more mad at the fact that Malik is getting LeBron and pairing him with Luka and Vucevic, or are we more upset? In terms of y'all opinion, are y'all more upset that Durant is getting two solid mid-level players in DeMar and Bojan?
Bron, Goat James. Yo, bruh, listen, as someone who had DeMar DeRozan on his team last year, it's great to have him. But did it give me the championship? No. I mean, like, granted, he my guy, and we definitely looking to bring DeMar back, Brad Durant. If this come through, you going to come holler at me because obviously you don't appreciate him the way I do. But regardless of the fact, we talking about Bron, bruh. There are bigger bags for Bron. There are bigger bags for Bron.
For a 34-year-old man?
No,
for a
bro.
34 or 5-year-old man.
This is the thing. If LeBron goes to Malik's team, that LeBron's automatically untradeable now forever, right?
Yeah,
the price for LeBron.
Facts.
The price for LeBron goes up to like Cat plus Jason Tatum, which is just unreasonable.
And then you look at the fact that Luka's there, bruh. He drafted Luka with the second pick, so he already got that international boy. That boy who's basically putting up Bron numbers. And then you giving him old Goat James? And he's still keeping...
Bogdan and DeRozan are actually two solid players. They I don't know. But you got to also back when playoffs come, what's LeBron going to do?
It's obvious y'all want to push it through, so go ahead and push it through.
I don't know.
It's
You
really
changed your mind?
look, I'm gonna be honest, Aaron. It's still not evident to me if I want to push this through or deny it. I'm just telling you, I love the trade, but I don't think I love it enough to be like, you know what, we're gonna push this through.
I think
Bron,
I
bro.
think we gotta have a
Go ahead.
by ourselves council without any outside voices. No cap.
Yeah, that's something y'all definitely gotta do.
Yeah. So after the podcast is over, we gotta have a FaceTime or a call or something like that.
All right.
So
Glory.
Hey, look. I'll do this for y'all. I will do this for y'all, man. Look, I will get back on this live stream and let y'all know my decision after we've made it. And I won't push it through until this goes live again. It'll be just me and a mic. Hey, look, I want to give a special look.
Yo, Braun.
Yo, look, let me say this. Hey, Mike. Hey, man. Look. Mike, I just want to say I thank and appreciate you for hopping on, man. You can hang around if you want a little longer, but yeah, I know you're a very busy man. You're a family man now, so I know that you want to get some extra time to yourself, man.
I appreciate it. Hopefully next week, if I'm off, I can get on the podcast.
For sure, man.
I do enjoy watching y'all debate. I'd like to be on here one day too.
No doubt, bro. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Thompson, everybody. We'll see you later, man.
All right, bro. See y'all later.
Yes, sir. The first flunky champion, man. Big shout out to him. All right.
Glory.
So, it is so hard to get back on track after something like that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if something else happens.
Yo, this man Durant is blowing mine, bro.
Also, let me take a quick segue out, man. Look, shout out to Rice Krispie, man. Look, Rice Krispie, best stuff around. Shout out to them. We got to be sponsored.
Dang, bro, they paying you, bro. They paying you, bro.
Look, man. Look, product placement, man. Look, product placement, bro. Look at this, beautiful. One of the best snacks on earth, man.
I thought you were trying to shout out Kellogg's, right? Rice Krispie is the
Rice Krispie. You shout out Kellogg's. I mean, because I don't really know too much else outside of Kellogg. Look, Rice Krispie treat, bro. That's all we worried about. Shout out them.
Listen, next episode, bro, have a bottle of Hennessy just sitting in the corner.
And your mic is cut off.
And we're going to catch up. That's why this is not for kids. Okay. All right. We're gonna keep going. We ended up at Devin and Tim, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have too much else really to say. I got Devin. And I got him over 100. I think with Kawhi Leonard playing opening night, Buddy Hield, Malcolm Brogdon, Jason Tatum, Kobe White, Miles Bridges, like that's a very solid team. And with Tim's team, you don't know what Middleton, Oladipo, you don't know what their guys are going to give. I'm still up in the air about Pascal Siakam. I don't think he should have traded Bam. That's my opinion personally. I can't wait to see what Killian Hayes does for Devin's team. I just think Devin has a better team right now. If I'm looking on paper first week, man, give me Devin. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I got Devin on that one.
I got Devin, but it'll be close.
It'll be close, so under 100?
Yeah.
I think right around 100, yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe like 150 somewhere. Yeah, around there,
Oh,
right?
you got the 150.
So you got him just over. Actually, I got Devin over. I got him over. So, we're gonna move on, man. Two guys who have just had trades go through. Oh, not trades go through. This one's still pending, but we got one who had a trade go through tonight. We got Durant versus Javon. It's easy in my look.
Regardless, trade or not.
Regardless of
Durant.
this trade, it's gonna be Durant. Durant's gonna do the salsa on Javon.
Listen, bro. Yeah, bro.
My mentee got to get out this daggone
Javon has
gun,
Clint Capella. Javon has Clint Capella in surge, bro. It's like
he need to start offloading some of them forwards and some of them guards. He not going to dig himself out of this rut until he do something.
hey, yo, Javon, yo, let's come talk surge, bro.
Swear.
Y'all was just bigging up Tyler. Y'all was just bigging up Tyler Hero. He got Tyler Hero on here, don't he?
Heroes.
No,
Listen. Hold on. Now, Aaron, I talked
Y'all
up Tyler.
Say he's worth James Harden, right?
Whoa.
Did
I never said he was worth James Harden. I said Tyler Hero down the line could rise up to a level Not of James Harden, but I said to Devin Booker could rise up. He could.
Like I said, live in y'all truth. Y'all
Hey, Aaron, don't sit there and try to do me like that, bruh.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
look, regardless of that one guy, I got Durant wiping the floor with Javon over 100 easy.
Hey, I ain't gonna.
regardless of the one guy.
Listen,
look,
I
he
ain't
can
gonna
go up
wild.
as much as he wants. I got Durant over 100 easily.
You wildin' because 100 is nice. This is gonna be crazy. I got Durant over 250.
God,
Yeah, bro.
you have no faith in him.
Javon does not.
I might listen. I might up that, bro. I'm thinking 350, bro.
350.
Yeah, I'm thinking 300. Yeah.
Hey, I hope Javon not listening this way.
No, Javon needs to be listening, bro. Like
Hey.
he gonna get thrashed.
hey, Sterl, bro, they have no faith in Javon.
I got no faith in Javon, bro. Got
Glory,
none, bro.
Hey, bro, for real, man. All right, look, we're gonna move on, man. We got the Valley Boys. We got Seasway versus Team Quan Stokes, otherwise known as Daquan Stokes.
I got a fight going on in that one. And then granted, Seasway got a lot of assets and stuff like that. He's got Ingram, Booker, Blake Griffin, and all that. But I think Daquan got a nice squad that could possibly I don't know if he's going to hold it out the entire time, but I know that there could be a close matchup maybe around when's the season start? Wednesday? Tuesday?
Yeah.
He could maybe keep it close going into Thursday, but I think at some point Seasway just going to blow this shit out the water.
I got Seasway, and I don't think it's going to be close. Personally, I just think his team is way too good right now. Devin Bean, Brandon Ingram, it really ain't too much else you really need to say outside of those two players. You got John Wall, you got DeMarcus Cousins,
I forgot about them.
You got Stormin' Norman Powell, bro. I don't know what Wendell Carter Jr. is gonna give you.
Yes.
Whatever Nemanja, I'm gonna mess this guy's name. Whatever Nemanja Bjelica does.
Bielitsa.
Oh yeah.
Bielitsa,
you know what
man.
I'm trying to say. Look, y'all
That
know
Jay
what I'm trying to
Silent, boy.
say. Well, look, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Look, whatever Nemanja does, whatever he gives you, it's a bonus. I got him over. How about y'all?
Yeah, I got him over. Whatever the line is, I got him over.
Over
It's not-
100?
Yeah. I think the Quan will have a good team for the season or whatever, right? But
Facts.
he's overmatched in this matchup.
Facts. What about you, Sterling?
Yeah, I agree with the consensus.
I think I'm the only one who got a little bit of faith that Daquan could do something.
I think Daquan has a chance to win. I think he has a chance to win.
If Daquan wins this week, upset of the year. Upset of the year already. Facts.
Already?
Upset of the year in week one, bro.
Look, first week, bro. Upset of the year.
It's in the conversation though.
Look, bro. Look, bro. Look. Let's be honest, bro. In the words of Dr. Umar Johnson, facts.
Oh.
Facts.
But don't you?
No.
Never mind.
No. Next matchup.
Hey, we're gonna go over. And so this guy, we got to another matchup here. Popeye's leg and thigh, otherwise known as Malik Kozak.
You mean Church's Chicken?
Church's Chicken, soon to be Commish's Chicken, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes.
Can't wait, bro. I got them papers ready, man. Look, I'm telling you, I'm excited. And we got him versus Sam Hood, Playboy Cardi stands. So barring that trade, if that trade goes through, I got Malik. But barring that trade, I got Sam.
Yeah, I say the same. That man has got Dame and Kyrie.
He does.
He's gonna have. They're gonna have,
barring Kyrie get injured in week 1, I think I got Sam in this.
They're gonna have to carry his team until KP comes back.
Swear.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what Richardson's gonna give you. I'm assuming Harrell's gonna play well, but he's still gonna have to cede a lot to Anthony Davis. Wait, hold on. Honestly, though, I got Sam. Two very top heavy teams.
Sam's team not as strong as it was last year, but I still got him. Yeah.
But see, these two teams had higher draft picks this year, so
Yeah, you would have thought they would have drafted a little bit better.
hey, I got Sam under 100 over Malik.
Okay.
That's not fair.
And if If Malik gets LeBron, blowing Sam out the water. Like it's close without LeBron. You put LeBron in there, blowing you out the water, Bucko. All right, next one, bro. We got Chris versus Tucker.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me give them the proper introductions. We got Chris, otherwise known as Almighty Push, formerly known as Black Panthers, versus Tucker Toole, otherwise known as This Is My League Now. That's his team name, not a statement. That's his team name.
I mean, his team league is trying to be a statement, but I don't know what league he's talking about.
Yeah, I got Tuck. I think his accidental pick of Al Horford and Mitchell Robinson, emphasis on the word accidental, I think it actually, when I think about those two
helped
players,
him a lot.
I think it helped him a lot. So I'm going with Tucker. D'Lo, Jamal Murray, and Giannis on the same team. Think about it. He was able to get that team off the first pick in the draft. D'Lo, Jamal Murray, Giannis, Al Horford, Mitchell Robinson.
So
maybe that first pick in the draft was a little bit more valuable than I thought. Maybe.
Oh, crazy.
Maybe.
Crazy how that works.
Yeah, funny, right? Funny. Who knows?
I'm a do something a little bit different. I'm gonna go with Chris.
I'm sorry.
Chris?
I'm gonna go. Yeah, shocking.
Gallagher?
You mean the guy who just traded for JJ Redick?
The Gallagher that just did the awful trade for JJ Redick. Yes. I think if you look at the top of these two teams, right? Yes, I think Tuck has a much stronger team. You know, if you go 1 through 3, right? Once we start hitting 4, 5, 6, and 7, that's where I think Chris gets an advantage, and I think he may be able to make up that difference if Harden still goes out and gets his 30-piece. You know, this 30-piece nugget that he wants from McDonald's, I think he can still get that on the court too. And, like, you know, it won't be a great 30-piece or whatever. It won't be efficient or whatever, but he's still going to get his. Drew Holiday's still going to get ticked. Kevin Love is a great pick. John Collins, I still think he's going to produce numbers. Dinwiddie, okay. But, you know, Valanciunas is still going to get average a double-double. Like, he's still got some players on here. While in the meanwhile, Tuck got Dante DiVincenzo. Tuck got Zubac. Tuck got Thaddeus Young on here. Like what? Like, come on now.
Hey, look,
Ish Smith.
Yeah.
let's just point out the fact that Chris picked up Talen Horton Tucker
I was trying to avoid that
after that 30-ball game, bruh. I just want that to be known. I'm not focusing on it. I don't want to hear anything about it. I just want that to be known. He picked up a player that's not getting any tick in the regular season, and we're just gonna move on after that.
RJ, what team is Ish Smith playing for? Go.
I know.
The Wizards?
Yeah.
Is he on the Wizards?
He's playing on the Wizards, yes. But how hard is that for you?
Listen,
Last
Ish
time
Smith's
I
on
remember,
like
he was
20
on the
different teams,
Pistons.
bro.
Yeah, high key. Yeah, facts. Yeah, very, very good question. It took me forever to come up with it though.
I know the answer.
We got Alpha Land Knicks or Keshawn, as in this guy next to me.
Yes, sir.
Versus Grown Hugs and Larceny, of which you all may have noticed. My boy Jake, otherwise known as Grown Hugs and Larceny, is not here with us. He is actually under the weather a little bit.
Oh,
We want to keep him in your prayers and all that.
Yeah.
Really wish you a speedy recovery. Hope everything is well for you, bro. And can't wait to see you here next time you're here, man, for sure.
Yes, sir. Prayers out.
But he plays Keshawn this week, and I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, he got you in a bag. He got you in a bag this week, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
got you in a bag this
I
week.
personally just looked at the fact, and I was like, I ain't got it yet to sit there and start winning at this moment. Because personally, me, I drafted Kemba Walker, and he not gonna be back till January. I gotta wait for that. I still gotta try and get another big man so I can sit there and work with it. And for people who don't know, I have 2 power forwards already. People see AD in my power forward spot. I am playing him at center because he has power forward center. So I have 1 center. I am looking for another center. That is all I'm looking for. Everything else.
Come talk to me.
I hear you, Aaron.
Come talk. You got somebody I want. Come talk to me.
I hear you. All right.
I got him over 100 on you, Keshawn. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't want to bet against you. But.
Nah, that's respectable, bro. I got too much going on, like injury wise, and I ain't got the players that I need yet.
Yeah, you're playing the long game. And finally, we got Aaron, otherwise known as Big Bird Ballers, the guy who has the Big Bird Ballers title behind him, versus Sam Brown, otherwise known as Sam and Friends SNF. This is Aaron Morris's ring night. You know, they have the award ceremony thing, his ring night. Wiping the floor with Sam Brown.
The reason I will not pick Sam to win is he's got so many Sixer players on his roster. Like, you got Joel Embiid, you got Seth Curry, you got Danny Green. Like, having 3 Sixers players on your team, like, that's a lot, bruh. Like, you need some players who play different nights or for different teams, because it's like, you know, I mean, Seth, he played, I'd say, rather well in preseason. DG, you know, we still remember the fact that he doinked that wide open shot in Game 5. But, I mean, we pray that he gets in rhythm as a Sixers fan. But, you know, having that many players for one team, it can be detrimental, because, I mean, just imagine you got one day that someone real good play, and you only got 3 players and somebody got 10.
Yep, he'll find out soon enough. So that was a sum up of week 1, and I think these are great. I really do enjoy these weekly, and that's going to be something we're going to add into each week. It's making predictions for the following week, and then revisit them towards the end of next week. I think these are good. So as you all know, we will be getting the finalized schedule sometime tomorrow. I'll probably say sometime tomorrow. It's probably not going to happen tonight because I got to go through 18 teams. But for sure, I'd like to see that done tomorrow. But this has been super fun. We've gotten a whole lot of news, a whole lot more news that we got to, like I said, disseminate through. And it's just been a very action-packed Sunday evening, especially when there's no basketball happening tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's not.
So we're a couple days away. You guys get all your trading and all that in. And I can't wait for the season to start. It's going to be a very comedy-filled, action-packed kind of season. And so you guys get your popcorn out. I know I got mine out. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Shout out Aaron Morris, otherwise known as the Big Bird Ballers. Shout out Sterling McKee, also known as the She Fanatics. And the guy sitting next to me, Keshawn Simpson, man, we really appreciate you, of the Alpha Land Knicks.
Yes,
this has been super fun hanging out with you guys, and I can't wait till we do this again. You guys got to come back on and be guests, as many times as you can. We try and do this as often as we can, and for sure, look for more of this to start happening throughout the holiday season, since I don't have much to do. But seriously though, guys, this has been super fun, and be on the lookout for more news tonight. If you guys already haven't, like, subscribe, and most importantly, if you guys really enjoy the stuff that we're doing now and that we're going to continue to do and continue rolling out, please share this. Friends, family members, loved ones, enemies, maybe, if you want to be petty or whatnot. Share this with as many people as you can. We really want to turn this into a flunky family, man, and that's the big thing surrounding this. And I'm just so glad that I got these guys and 13 other people here with us for the ride. And so we want to bring you guys with us as much as we can. And follow us on Instagram at NBA Flunkies. It's all one word. And with that being said, this is Ron J. Jones. I'm your humble commissioner. And this has been another podcast. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Peace.
Peace.
Later.